Hello students, welcome to all our physics class. In previous class we have studied our fourth chapter, refraction of light. Today we are begins our fifth chapter. We have two-part textbook, first part and second part. In that second part, first chapter, that is fifth chapter, that is refraction of light. When a ray of light falls on the surface of an object, that reflects, so we can see the object. What is refraction of light? See, there one picture, there one boy aimed to arrow at a fish, but he got there frog. Is there no? So what is happening inside the water? When a ray of light falls on the water pool, is it any changes taken place there? After reflection of light, is it any changes? We can see by one experiment. So there we want to take one vessel. Take one vessel. It is filled with 1/4 of water. It is in one vessel. It is a transparent glass vessel filled with 1/4 of water. 1/4 of water. Then add 2 drops of milk. Added 2 drops of milk. Then fill in the remaining surface. Fill with the smoke. I want to fill here remaining surface. Fill with the smoke and cover the glass vessel by using OHP sheet. So we want here first filled with the 1/4 of here till here water, then added 2 or 3 drops of milk, then remaining portion is filled with the smoke, then cover this vessel by OHP sheet. Then we should take one laser light and pass a beam like that, so it bends like that, it moving like that. So when a laser light, when a ray falls on the surface of water, it bends and moving in this direction. The ray, first incident ray PQ, QR is the refracted ray. So why here bending takes place? What is the reason behind here? Here two medium is there. One is air, another one water. When a ray of light enter from the air to water, the deviation takes place. Here deviation takes place at the point of surface of water. No deviation. Why deviation takes place? What is the reason here? Because here two medium is there. No, first one is air, this one water. So this two medium, speed of light is same or different? It different. No, the speed of light in different medium is different. So when the ray of light falls from air to water, the deviation takes place due to the difference in optical density. Next we can see speed of light and optical density. Speed of light and optical density. What is optical medium? Optical density. What is optical medium? When a ray falls on passes on a medium, that medium is called optical medium. That medium density is called optical density. So here the speed of air, the speed of air is, you know that how much speed of light in air? Light in air 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Then speed of light in water. speed of light in water is 2.25 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. 2.25 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Then speed of light in glass. The speed of light in glass is equal to 2 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Then speed of light in diamond. Diamond is 1.25 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. We can see here speed of light in different medium. In first air, the speed of light in air is 3 into 10 to the power 8. Then speed of light in water, it is 2.25 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. In glass, 2 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. In diamond, 1.25 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Why the speed of light is different, you understood. So, if speed of light different is there, means the optical density is also different. But here speed of light is in increasing the order. Now here increasing order in a speed of light. But the optical density of air is lowest. The optical density of diamond is high. So how can write in order wise optical density? Optical density of air is less than the optical density of water. Then the optical density of water is less than the optical density of glass. It is less than the optical density of diamond. So here which one have highest optical density? Diamond have highest optical density, then air have less optical density. But speed of light in air 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Then speed of light in diamond 1.25 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. But speed of light increases, means their optical density is decreases. Next, what is refraction of light? When a ray of light pass from one medium to another medium, the deviation takes place. It is the reason optical density, no? So that is called the refraction of light. Refraction of light is, it is the difference in the optical density that causes the deviation. When a ray of light entering obliquely from a transparent medium to another, the path undergo a deviation to the surface of separation. In a surface of separation medium, there a deviation takes place. Here, incident ray, refracted ray and normal to the incident at a surface of separation is in same plane now. Next we are discussing refraction of light in different medium. We have studied what is refraction. Refraction means when a ray of light falls from one medium to another medium, there in the surface of separation there deviation takes place. It is due to the difference in optical density of a medium. So next we are discussing about refraction of light in different medium. See here, you want to, one experiment is there. You want to take one glass slab kept on a paper. The mark the ends A, B, C, D. Then you should draw a line PQ. Then we should pass a ray of light to a glass slab in the direction of PQ. So what happened is bending, no? First in experimenter we kept here glass slab, we marked A, B, C, D. when a ray of light PQ falling here, you want to draw the line in the same direction pass laser light, it reflect in this direction, again here reflect in that direction. This is the angle between you want, here you want to draw the normal, we take out the glass slab, joining these lines, we pointing 2 points, then joining these points, we are getting like that. So next the angle between the incident and normal is called incident angle. The angle between refracted and normal is called the refracted angle. Then here the light passes from air to glass. Air have less optical density to high optical density. The glass have higher than air, the optical density higher than air. So when a ray of light falls from air to glass, lower optical density to higher optical density, here the refracted ray moves towards the normal. Here this ray moves towards the normal now. So the angle of incident is greater than the angle of refraction. It moves towards the normal, so angle of incidence greater than the angle of refraction. Next, when a ray of light falls from the higher optical density to lower optical density, the glass have higher optical density, the air have less optical density. When a ray falls from higher optical density to a lower optical density, so here the refracted ray moves away from the normal. Here the angle of incident less than the angle of refraction. The angle of incident is less than the angle of refraction. Why? Because this moves away from the normal. So here you understood, when a ray of light passes from higher optical density to lower optical density medium, or higher optical density medium to lower optical density medium, the refracted ray moves away from the normal. Then from the lower optical density medium to higher optical density medium, when a ray passes, there what happened? The refracted ray moves towards the normal. Next, see the pictures in our textbook given. Depending on this picture, the characteristic of each picture you want to fill the other column there. So first picture, see there, when a ray of light falls from air to water. Air have less optical density, water have high optical density. When a ray of light falls from less optical density to high optical density medium, so what happened? This moves towards the normal now. In picture B, the ray of light from glass to air, higher optical density medium to lower optical density medium. When a ray of light falls, it moves away from the normal now. So it is the picture B. Next picture C. So see here, the ray of light is incident in this direction, it moves backward in same direction. There does not deviation takes place when you air to water. Next picture, when a ray of light falls from glass to water. So the glass have higher optical density, water have less optical density. So it moves away from the normal. Next, when a ray of light falls moving from glass to water, so it is moving in a straight line because does not deviation takes place. So using this characteristic of this picture, we want to fill the next column. See the column. First statement, No deviation takes place in the case of light ray falling normally on a medium. Which all does not deviation takes place in the picture C and E. Here does not a deviation takes place. No. Next statement. When a light passes obliquely from a medium higher optical density to a medium of a lower optical density, the refracted ray deviates away from the normal. This statement is related away from the normal into picture B and D. Then what happened? The refracted ray moves away from the normal. No. Next statement. When a light is incident obliquely from a medium of lower optical density to a medium of greater optical density, the refracted ray deviates towards the normal. So where is the ray of light moving towards the normal? Here the A picture is related to this statement. Next one, experimenter. Take one a prism, triangular prism, pass a laser light. So in this direction it deviates in this direction, moves like that. So here bending takes place. Why? From air medium to passes to glass medium. So here bends. Again this refracted ray passing from glass to air. Again here bending takes place. So we want to draw the normal. So when a ray of light falls from air to glass, so there you should changes the angle. If here first we want to take 30 degree air normal 30 degree, next we can changes into 60 degree, 25 degree, changes the angle. So we can getting here angle of refraction also changes now. If here angle of incident changes means angle of refraction also changes when a ray of light falls from air to glass. So see the table. When a from air to glass, the angle of incident and angle of refraction also given. Here the refracted ray moving towards the normal now. So what happened? The angle of refraction is less, but angle of incident there greater. So next we want to take ratio of the sines of the angle of incident and ratio of the sines of the angle of refraction. So they see in that column the sin I value and the sin R value taken. Then the ratio of the sines of the angle of incident and the sines of the angle of refraction. That ratio is we are got there 1.5. It is a constant value, no, does not changes there. It is a constant here. Again, the ray of light falls from glass to air. So here also want to changes the angle. So here moving away from the normal, here towards the normal, here away from the normal, from glass to air. Glass is higher optical density to lower optical density medium. When a ray of light falls, the refracted ray moves away from the normal. So their angle of incident is less than the angle of refraction. See that column, the light from glass to air, the angle of incident given 10 degree, angle of refraction 15 degree given, the sin I is 0.17, sin R is 0.26, then sin I divided by sin R is 0.7. So there finally the sin I divided by sin R, you got there constant value, no? That constant value is called the refractive index. So it is represented by letter N. So here the ratio of the sines of the angle of incident and sine of the angle of refraction is called it is a constant. It is called the refractive index and it is represented by letter n. Then reflection law. Some laws is there. What is the reflection law? The first law, the angle of incident and angle of refraction takes place in a medium. And what is laws of reflection? The first law, the angle of incident and angle of refraction. The normal, the angle of incident at the surface of separation are at the same plane. Then next, the sines of the ratio of the sines of the angle of incident and angle of refraction are a constant. It is represented by letter n. It is called a Snell's law. It is called a Snell's law. It is a constant. It is represented by n. It is called a refractive index. Next, we are finding the refractive indexes in a different medium. You know that the refractive index in air to glass from one medium with respect to another medium. So air to glass, the speed of light in 1, it is medium 2. So with respect to medium 1, with respect to medium 2, it is we represented n1 to 2. Medium 1 with respect to medium 2, it is represented by 1 to 2. n1 to 2. Then refractive index medium 2 with respect to medium 1, it is represented by n2 to 1. n2 to 1. Next, the speed of light in medium is represented v1. Speed of light in medium 2 is represented by 2. So we can calculate here the speed of light in medium 2 divided by speed of light in medium 1. So otherwise we can calculate v2 divided by v1. Medium 1 with respect to medium 2. Then medium 2 with respect to medium 1. So how we calculate here? The speed of light in medium 1 divided by speed of light in medium 2. So we can calculate like that, otherwise v1 divided by v2. So like that we can calculate the refractive index. The refractive index from one medium with respect to another medium, it is called the relative refractive index. The speed of light, refractive index, medium 1 with respect to another medium, it is called the relative refractive index. The refractive index medium 1 with respect to vacuum, it is called the absolute refractive index. Relative refractive index is the refractive index medium 1 with respect to another medium, it is called the relative refractive index. Absolute refractive index in medium with respect to vacuum, it is called the relative refractive index. You know that the speed of light in vacuum and air, it is 3 into 10 to the power 8. It is same value. We can, for calculation purpose also we are considering 3 into 10 to the power 8. So the refractive index, it is written by n is equal to c divided by v. C means the speed of light in air, speed of light in light in air divided by speed of light in medium. Which medium we are considering that speed? Speed of light in medium. So you want to calculate the refractive index of glass, otherwise refractive index of water. How can calculate? So using the formula n is equal to c by v. Speed of light in, won't need here refractive index of water. So here 3 into speed of light in air, 3 into 10 to the power 8 divided by 2.25 into 10 to the power 8. So we are getting answer here 1.33. The refractive index is 1.33 water. Then refractive index of glass, using the formula C divided by V. Speed of light in air 3 into 10 to the power 8 divided by speed of light in glass is 2 into 10 to the power 8. It is answer 1.5. Next, the refractive index of the diamond. How we calculate? The speed of light C divided by V. Speed of light in air 3 into 10 to the power 8 divided by speed of light in diamond. Diamond speed of light is 1.25 into 10 to the power 8. So dividing, we are getting answer 2.4. This is the refractive index of a diamond. So today's class we are discussed about a refraction of light. What is refraction of light? Then we are discussed refraction in a different medium. Then we are calculating absolute refractive index and relative refractive index. Then how we calculate the refractive index of a medium using the formula n is equal to c by v. We have studied today. Then we will continue our next class.